You wake up in a palace in Pyongyang. The supreme leader has died, and overnight the weight of the nation has fallen on your shoulders. Every general, every minister, every aide is watching. Every word you speak, every glance you give could decide whether you survive or disappear like those who came before you. The palace is massive, golden, yet suffocating. Cameras record every corridor, every hallway, every balcony. Outside, the city hums as usual. Inside, whispers of betrayal float through the air. You are the most powerful person in North Korea, yet you trust no one. The first moments are terrifying. Advisors bring stacks of reports, economic numbers, military readiness, intelligence briefs, propaganda schedules, citizen loyalty indexes. Every report carries a hidden meaning. Behind every smile is a knife. Every nod is a calculation. You realize quickly that survival here is not about intelligence, charisma, or ideals. It is about fear, manipulation, precision. One wrong interpretation could trigger a purge, a public execution, or worse, a secret disappearance. You step onto the balcony to deliver your first speech. Millions stare at your face on screens across the country. Cameras flash, microphones capture every syllable. Your words must instill loyalty, obedience, and fear. Behind the smiles of your aides, calculations are made. Who is loyal? Who waits for a slip? You speak carefully, cadence controlled, pauses deliberate. You understand that propaganda is more powerful than any weapon. Fear is your greatest ally, and mistrust is your armor. The military is your obvious tool and your deadliest threat. Soldiers, tanks, artillery, missile silos all report to you. One general whispers, "We can strike the South tomorrow." Another warns, "Do not provoke the world." Radar pings, intelligence reports, encrypted calls, every signal carries risk. You feel intoxicated by the power you wield, yet the weight of responsibility crushes you. One misstep could ignite war. One wrong command could destroy the regime you just inherited. Daily life in the palace is a study in control and paranoia. The Ministry of State Security sends endless reports, dissidents, potential spies, citizens who might secretly oppose the regime. Families disappear for minor infractions. Children are taught to spy on parents. You order arrests quietly, sometimes disappearances, sometimes punishments as lessons. Fear is currency. People obey not out of respect, but because defiance can mean death. You watch, calculating constantly, aware that a single mistake could spark rebellion, or worse, a coup. Even leisure is tactical. Walking the palace corridors, you notice subtle shifts in the guard's stance, aides' expressions, or foreign visitors' gestures. Every shadow could conceal a threat. Your bodyguards are armed, meals are tested for poison, sleep is fleeting, dreams are filled with coups, assassinations, explosions, and the silent faces of those you have punished. Paranoia is survival. Every movement, every sound, every breath is a measure of danger.
Propaganda becomes your invisible army. The nation is saturated. Massive murals, portraits of your predecessors, television broadcasts repeating your speeches. Children memorize your life story alongside mathematics. Loyalty is drilled into citizens from birth. You understand that control of information is as lethal as a nuclear arsenal. A rumor alone can stabilize or destabilize the nation. Fear is more reliable than missiles. Sanctions and foreign scrutiny challenge you daily. China, Russia, the United States, South Korea all monitor your every move. You receive encrypted calls, diplomatic messages, intelligence reports. Each communication is high stakes. One misstep, a slip in words, a wrong handshake, a delayed missile launch could trigger retaliation or internal instability. You must negotiate threats, promises, and bribes simultaneously, balancing paranoia with strategy. Luxury surrounds you. palaces, armored limousines, private jets, yet it cannot shield you. Generals envy you, ministers lie. Even your family is isolated in guarded compounds. Children cannot roam freely. Your spouse cannot step outside without security layers. Every gesture, every meal, every word is scrutinized for signs of betrayal. Absolute power does not equal freedom, it only magnifies your vulnerability. Night inspections dominate your schedule. You oversee military drills, missile launches, cyber operations. Every failure is punished harshly, sometimes publicly, sometimes in secret. Reports from rural provinces arrive: famine, starvation, smuggling, yet propaganda claims perfection. You bear responsibility for the suffering of millions, but public perception must never reveal reality. Maintaining the illusion of control is your highest priority. Internal security is relentless. Spies are everywhere. Even your closest aides may monitor your every word. You carry weapons at all times. Sleep is fleeting. Every knock, every pause in conversation, every gesture is scrutinized. Paranoia is survival, and even the trusted may be plotting against you. You must anticipate threats before they materialize. Weeks blur into months. Military exercises, parades, and inspections dominate life. One day a missile test fails. Generals are nervous. You remain outwardly calm, but internally your mind races. Failure is not tolerated. Consequences ripple across the hierarchy. A minor mistake can cascade into executions, disappearances, or demotions. Publicly you smile. Privately you calculate every variable. Citizens live under constant surveillance. Cameras, microphones, and neighborhood informants track every movement. Children report parents, neighbors report neighbors. Dissent is invisible until it disappears. You realize that fear, more than ideology, binds society together. People obey not because they love you, but because they cannot afford not to. You are both ruler and executioner. You barely blink when punishment is necessary.
The nuclear program demands constant attention. You oversee development, testing, and international posturing. Each decision carries global stakes. One mistake, one miscalculation, and the world reacts. One leaked missile launch, and international intervention could follow. You navigate this constant threat with the patience of a chess master. Every move calculated, every reaction anticipated. Your family remains isolated for safety. Your children cannot leave the compounds. Your spouse lives under constant guard. You cannot relax, even at dinner. Every interaction is monitored. Even gestures of love carry risk. Absolute power isolates you. You are surrounded by wealth, yet suffocated by fear. Years pass. You master cyber operations, nuclear brinkmanship, and clandestine diplomacy. Spies from foreign nations and your own generals constantly test you. The UN sanctions pile up. Neighboring countries watch your every maneuver. You negotiate quietly, offering promises, threats, and incentives simultaneously. The weight of responsibility grows heavier every day. You reflect on legacy. Your successor watches silently, absorbing every gesture, every word, every decision. The empire will endure, but only at the cost of freedom and peace. Absolute power isolates you completely. You are feared, revered, and alone. Every officer, every general, every foreign diplomat is a potential threat. Every day is survival. Every night is haunted by the consequences of your decisions. You know your citizens suffer, yet public perception must always show strength. Hunger, starvation, smuggling, and disease are hidden behind propaganda. You witness poverty in the provinces while the city celebrates parades. Life is theater, every action choreographed. Fear is the stage, obedience the audience. News leaks occasionally reach international media. They speculate about your wealth, decisions, influence. Even if you leave office one day, the system endures. Someone will rise to take your seat. They will inherit your methods, repeat your strategies, continue the cycle of fear. You are remembered not for vision or compassion, but for mastery, control, and survival. And yet, every night, alone in your chambers, you wonder, is it worth it? Absolute power has given you everything: palaces, armies, nuclear weapons, and a nation in fear. But it has taken trust, freedom, and peace. You are the master of the most secretive nation on earth. No one, not your family, not the world, will ever truly know the cost. You watch the city from the balcony as the sun rises. Soldiers march, children chant slogans, monuments gleam in the light. You feel a rush of power, yet a hollow ache in your chest. Absolute power is intoxicating, but it is also a gilded cage. The weight of survival crushes everything else. Every smile, every nod, every gesture you give is measured, because in this world, one mistake is death. Generals whisper behind closed doors, plotting, testing. Spies infiltrate your palace, observing the smallest lapses. Ministers falsify reports, advisors whisper rumors. Even friends watch you carefully. Trust is non-existent. Every word, every gesture, every glance must be calculated. Paranoia is a necessity. Survival is your only skill. You spend your days planning, strategizing, punishing, and performing. Every parade, every missile test, every speech is a move in a deadly game. You negotiate secretly with foreign powers. You meet foreign diplomats in hidden locations. Threats, promises, bribes, and intimidation are all tools you wield. A wrong move could topple your regime, destroy millions, or end your life. And every night, the palace is quiet. The cameras are off. The guards rest. Yet sleep is impossible. Your mind races. Which general plotted today? Which aide betrayed you? Which neighbor watched too closely? Which foreign power is testing your patience? You are alone. Absolute power has given you everything and taken everything.